Okay, everybody, Kimberly here, and I'm going to share with you two games that are Press Your Luck straight from 25th Century Games, and they are by designers that should sound familiar to you. So the first one is called Sausage Sizzle. It takes about 15 minutes to play and is 2 to 5 players. Inca and Marcus Brand from the Lost City or the Lost Ruins of Arnak. Yes, yes, yes. And then the other one is Circus Flocati by Reiner Knizia. And it is 2 to 5 players again. It takes about 20 minutes to play. So the first one I want to show you is Sausage Sizzle. Super, super easy to play. Everyone's going to get one disc of each of the 6 animals. They're going to take the dice. The white set have one of each of the animals pictured on it, and the other dice have numbers, and they have sausages. So the red dice have 2 sausage possibilities and 1 5. It's a 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the other one, it's got 2 5s, but only 1 sausage possibility. That matters. They're going to take the dice, and they're going to roll them all. Then they're going to select at least 1 die to set aside and lock away. And I'm going to say I want to pick these snakes with a little top hat because I've got 3 of them. And you want to have as many of these that match, and you're going to pick 1 animal to score at the end of the round. So it looks like I'm probably going to score these folks. I could keep some other dice if I want. Let's do it. Let's keep the 5. And yeah, let's keep the 5 and let's roll the rest. You keep at least 1 die, maybe more. They're locked away this round. I roll again. And now I got this little guy. I got this 3. I got this hot dog or sausage, and I got a 4. This is not good. I'm probably going to keep the 4. And the reason is this does me no good, and I want to get another purple snake. The 3 is lower than the 4, and what you're going to do at the end of the game is take your round, take the amount of one type of animal times the lowest value die you have on this side, and you multiply them. That's it. And sausages, if they are in your area at the end, count as 1. If you manage to get 4 sausages on your dice, though, it's times 7. So that's where the Press Your Luck comes in addition to every single time you roll, you have to keep 1 or more dice. So let's keep rolling. I got my snake. Yes. And then I don't have to keep the 3, but the 1 it just keeps coming up and I just can't do anything with it. So let's just roll. Let's roll. Let's see what I get. And yes! Oh my gosh, it was so good. So I've got this. Now here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put my name on this. I'm going to put K for Kim. I'm picking purple, so I'm going to take 4 times my lowest value die, which unfortunately was a 4 because I had 3 5s. It doesn't matter. 4 times 4, 16. And not only that, I now flip over my snake, and I cannot score my snake again. I get to take 6 turns rolling the dice. We go in turn order, so now the next player is going to take the dice. And they're going to do the same thing, rolling the dice in the same exact way. It gets harder the more you go because now if I roll these, it just doesn't help me, right? All of those could have been the dice that I rolled, and then it just keeps eliminating 1 animal at a time until your very last round, you're only going for the last animal you have left. And again, those sausages are pretty tough to roll, especially on the orange die. But if you roll this and you roll this, 7 times 4, 28 big ones. That's the round you can get that brings you ahead. But let's say you've got this. 1. Your lowest die is a 1. That's 4 now, just because you couldn't roll that last sausage. Or you have all the 5s and you have a sausage. 1. It's your lowest number. So that is Sausage Sizzle, a really fun, fast 2 to 5 player game, 15-minute game, super replayable. I like it a lot. So now I'm going to get the stuff and I'm going to set up for Circus Flocati. Okay, I've got this game set up and ready to go. I have shuffled the entire stack of cards here. You'll see it's pretty massive. And I have flipped over the top card and it is a gray 6. He's a knife thrower. The artwork here is adorable, by the way. I really, really like these cartoon characters. And they do have some coloring on the back that differentiates the 10 colors. And you'll see the 10 colors are actually depicted here on the side of the box. You'll see that there's a dark gray, the brown, the light gray, green, blue, purple, pink, red, orange, and yellow. So there are all of these colors, and you are trying to create trios of numbers, or you're trying to do the, big circus, which is what they call the gala show. So on your turn, you can choose to take a card that's in the display and just put it into your hand, or you can draw from the top of the deck and flip it over into the central play area and then do the same thing. Would you like to take one of those cards, or do you want to draw again? Here's where the press your luck comes in. And what you're looking for are the same numbers to create a trio. So at the end of your turn, once you have taken a card, you can say, I'd like to create a trio, and you put down 3 cards of the same number, a 111, a 444, a 777, and those are locked in points that you get to keep and score at the end of the game for 10 points. Or you just keep the cards in your hand, and if you have all 10 colors represented, you call the gala show, and then that's going to end the game if you have that, and you put that face down for 10 points. Now, the cards remaining in your hand at the end of the game, if it's triggered by the gala show or by going through the entire deck, you will then get to count the highest value of each color card in your hand. So that's what we're going for. So a 6 is really good, but just for the purposes of the demonstration, I'll flip a card over, and now I got a 7 blue, which is really good. And guess what? I didn't bust. This is the press your luck. If you flip a card over and it matches the color of any card in the display, the card you just flipped over goes into the discard pile and your turn ends, and you can't call a trio, you can't call a gala show, and you just are done. So I'm just simply going to say I'll take this blue 7. It's really quite good. My opponent might want to take the 6. Let's say they flip. They're going to flip a card over. This is a different color. That's the brown. It's a 3 fire breather. Let's say they keep wanting to press their luck. Oh boy, fire breather. This card gets discarded and their turn ends immediately. Now it's my turn. I'm looking at those going, it'd be nice to get a trio. I don't see anything that matches my 7 or a 6 or a 3. Let's just go for it. A 0. Nice. The cards are numbered 0 to 7, so that's good. Maybe I'll take it because people don't want 0 cards. They're not worth anything at the end of the game, but early on in the game, if I can get a trio of zeros, that's 10 points. I'm going to take it. And it's pretty good logic. Opponent. Let's say they just want to take that 6. They've just taken the 6. That's in their hand. And the card moves down. Now it's back to me. I'm going to flip the next card over. Wow! That flying trapeze green is really nice. It's worth 5 points. But I also am looking for maybe some of these numbers. So I'm going to press my luck. Looks like a 2 purple. Still not what I'm looking for. Let's press it even more. A 6 pink. Are we excited? Should I take that? I know that my opponent has a 6. I'm going to take it because I think they might want the 6 and they can play it down. So I'm going to take it remembering what they have. Now it's their turn. Do they want any of those? Let's say they don't. Up, it's a 4 brown. And again, with the colors and the numbers, they don't none of them are matching. We just keep doing this. Now, there are cards in here that are action cards. There is, for example, a give card. And the give card says, choose a player to give you a card of their choice from their hand. You point to someone and say, give me a card of your choice, and then you take it. That takes your turn. You are not going to be taking a card because your give gave you a card from another player. There's also, here it is, take. Take says, choose a player, take a random card from their hand. They will splay their cards out and you'll reach over and draw one and then take it from them, and that does take your turn. And then the last card that you're going to see is not depicted here. Let me see if I can find it. Reveal. I just found it. This says reveal cards until a duplicate color is shown. discard the duplicate, and then choose a card to take. It pretty much allows you to have that bust move of getting a lot of cards out there and then taking one, even though normally if you bust by a matching color or duplicate, it goes away and you don't get anything. With the reveal, you do get something. So those are going to be the 3 action cards that are in the game, in addition to the 0 to 7 of all 10 colors of cards. That is Circus Flohkati, a nice 20-minute game, nice light press your luck, a little bit of take that with those cards, but hopefully you'll have a chance to get some of those action cards yourself and essentially take back what maybe somebody took from you. Just a really delightful game. Beautiful artwork, nice colors. I will say that the gray and the gray are pretty close. Just make sure that you can see that they're actually different colors, like this gray and those. These could be pretty close, these 3 neutral colors. Everything else you can see here, pretty colorful. So these are going to be the 2 Press Your Luck games from 25th Century Games that I will be getting out on my table for a nice, light, fun filler. I've played Sausage Sizzle the most. Actually, I played Circus Flohkati the most too. I've taken them to different groups and had a blast. And because they're both 2 to 5, you can take them to the same group night and just have a ton of Press Your Luck fun with some laughs and some good times. So 2 nice, fun games. Check them out. Great designers. Loving these 2 games. All right, everybody. I'll see you later.